Hello, this is Zachary Maley reporting on a week of weather observations between the 28th of January through February 1st. The local time of the observations between 3:10 and 4:15 p.m. and the NWS observations are from Anchorage International Airport. I'm reporting from my location here in South Anchorage from my back porch. My readings from the observation site here corresponded relatively well with the National Weather Service's temperature readings. Beginning on the 28th of January at 4:15 p.m., I had a reading of 5.1 degrees Fahrenheit on the right and 7.1 degrees Fahrenheit on the left sensor. For barometric pressure, 1020 millibars with gray sky cover, nimbostratus clouds, and a Beaufort scale of 1, with the wind direction coming from the south at 165 degrees. And there was no precipitation. On the 29th at 4:12 p.m., I had a right temperature reading of 10.5 and left of 9.4 degrees Fahrenheit. 1013 millibars on the barometer. The sky was covered entirely with nimbostratus cloud. The wind coming out of the southeast at 145 degrees with a Beaufort scale of 5. The wind was a heavy breeze I could feel on my face, and I could also see there had also been 4 inches of snow falling on the ground. January 30th at 3:10, my observations were 20.4 degrees on the right thermometer and 20.9 on the left sensor. 1008.5 millibars barometric pressure. Winds were coming from the northeast at 16 degrees, and I had a 3 on the Beaufort scale. Sky cover was again entirely overcast with altostratus clouds, and there had been 1 inch of fresh snowfall. I was surprised on this day as the wind direction had seemed to change dramatically from the south to north in just a couple days. On the 31st at 4:05, the right sensor read 30.3 degrees Fahrenheit and the left 31.1 degrees Fahrenheit with 1014 millibars as barometric pressure. Wind out of the southwest at 223 degrees with a Beaufort scale number of 1. Again, gray cloud cover, nimbostratus clouds. Due to the increase in the temperature, the snow had begun to melt slightly, and there was no precipitation on this day. For the 1st of February at 4:05 p.m., my readings were 25.2 on the right and 25 degrees Fahrenheit on the left sensor, 1013 millibars, and wind direction at 21 degrees out of the east with a Beaufort scale returning to 5. Also gray skies with altostratus cloud cover, and no precipitation on this day. As you can see here, throughout the week, my average minimums corresponded fairly closely to my daily temperature readings, and I'm not positive exactly why this happened. I can only surmise that I either messed up my 24-hour time readings. Perhaps it was only measuring within a few minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, either that or my initial 24 hours reading, I'd somehow taken the time readings inaccurately, and maybe I was only measuring for the next day's maybe short amount of time, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I'm not really positive about this. I had one high reading here which I'm fairly certain was a direct result of the sun had actually reached one of my sensors and made this variance here. As you can see here, the barometric pressure readings throughout the week correspond fairly closely to the National Weather Service's readings. I had 120 millibars here to 113 to 1008.5, and then rising again to 1014 and 1013 millibars. These correspond fairly closely with the temperatures, which rise from 5 to 20 here, and then there is also a large increase of 10 degrees for these last 2 days. So we went from 20 degrees to 30 degrees. On the weather map for Monday, January 28th, you can see high pressure systems on the north of the state here and along the Canadian border, as well as a low pressure system to the southwest. Cold front on the panhandle here, and then several warm fronts pushing up towards south central. Clouds over the entire state, which I observed here in Anchorage as well. This warm front here is bringing in snow. You can see here on January the 29th, Tuesday, there's snow in this entire region here. I got 4 inches of snow recorded on that date. For Wednesday, I had another inch of snowfall. You can see on the map here it's showing snow showers. Got a weather system colliding here, cold front, warm front, right above Anchorage. I observed ultrastratus clouds. You can see a cold front coming here from the Aleutians as well. I had a barometric pressure of 1008.5 on Wednesday, and here Thursday, January 31st, my millibars were 1014. So the pressure was beginning to rise again slightly. Also, the temperature change was at 30 degrees, and you can see that the snow cover has traveled north. And you can see an occluded front coming in from the south, the Pacific here, which moves up over South Alaska on Friday the February 1st, the last day of my observations. And on this day I had ultrastratus cloud cover, which completed the week of gray skies, and which was followed by clear skies on Saturday, which you can see here on the GOES images. Right here, the infrared, you can see this patch of clear skies, and then of course the cloud cover here, as well as on the water vapor image, clear skies and cloud cover. And then for the visible, you can see a lot of the high clouds here, and as well as below the Aleutians here. And that concludes my observations for the week.